Hey guys, this is Cartoonz, and welcome to the How to Beat a Warlock as a Frost Mage tutorial. You guys got my last tutorial to 1500 likes, and as promised I release another Mage 1 vs 1 video if you get the video to 1500 likes. But let's get started with how to beat a Warlock. First, we have the four most important abilities to be aware of when fighting a Warlock. We have Howl of Terror. For when Warlocks are Affliction spec, they can instantly fear you for 8 seconds, but the duration is reduced by half if you are using Mage armor. This is the ability that you most likely use your PvP trinket on to get out of. Next, we have Death Coil, which sends a ball of shadow at you and causes you to flee for 1.5 seconds with Mage armor up, and heals the Warlock for 300% of the damage dealt. Moving on, there's the Fell Hunter Spelllock ability, which is similar to Counterspell. It silences you for 1.5 seconds with Mage armor up, but if you are casting, it will lock out the school from being used again for the entire 6-second duration. So be ready to fake cast with that ability if it is up for them. It is very important that you have to juke it, basically. Lastly, we have the Demonic Circle, and its ability that allows Warlock to place down a circle, and later on throughout the fight, they can teleport to that circle, and the teleport does go through line of sight, so be wary of if they'd use that. But the thing about that is it says it does break snares, it does not break roots, only slows. It does not break freezes, frost novas, improved cone of colds, things like that. But to put it in action, I'm going to be demonstrating a fight against a rank 1 Warlock in slow motion and walk you through it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you a clip that's in slow motion, but at the time it is actually a loss against the Warlock. And I'm going to go ahead and show you why I lost and what I could have done better to be able to, maybe come out with a win in this duel. I started invisibility, which is the correct thing to do, but luckily he gets me out with Rain of Fire, which sets me back. And I had to blanket counterspell them so he wouldn't get me on full dots, and then I had to put a ring around him, which really sets me back. I really wish I didn't have to do that, but it is how it is. And then he teleports out before the Ring of Frost hits him, and he starts dotting me up full, which is really bad because he can soul swap it straight to my pet. And then he has double dots rolling even though I have full offensives up. He is on the pillar and I can't really stop him. So I use my shields again, and he has full dots on my pet, and he's straight lifing my pet to get it down, which he does end up successfully being able to do that very soon. And I get Death Coiled here, but I blink and I counterspell him, which was a kind of a clutch move, and then I fake his counterspell as well, so it was just a clutch move trying to keep myself alive. And I get a Shatter off here. Even though he teleports, it doesn't get rid of your Novas. And I'm just trying to rotate my Fingers of Frost, but I'm being forced to block here because I will die if I don't. I even Cold Snap and get another pet out because my pet was previously dead before. And I use my Pet Nova trying to rotate some damage into him and try and keep up, with his health, because most of his spells actually regenerate his health. I pop some shields here, I juke his cast again with a Shatter, and then I use my Evoke just trying to keep up with health, but I do end up going down just because I did fall so far behind in the beginning, and he had 2 sets of dots, and that's what brought him up. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and play a win against the Warlock, and see, as you can see, I was in invisibility, but I was a little bit more careful of where he was going to put Rain of Fire down because I didn't want to get pulled out. He sends his pet away using his move ability for his pet bar, but the main objective of the Ring of Frost is to get the pet into a Ring of Frost so you can get that first Shatter off. But he does pull off a pretty clutch moves, and he actually trinkets the Deep Freeze and Death Coils me, which causes me to, kind of negate my opener. But my objective right here is to basically be as efficient as possible by rotating my Cone of Colds, my Frostfire Orbs, my Frost Novas, to be able to get as many Ice Lances as possible. Just because you want to maximize your damage, since as you can see that I'm at full health and he can't really, do anything because I've been locking out his cast most of the time. And what happens here is I'm just, trying to rotate everything, and then he basically just blankets me because he knows he's going to die in that defreeze since he doesn't have Trinket anymore. But now that I know that his spell lock is down, I Nova him and put a blanket over him, blanket silence, and then I shatter him for a lot of health. And I have to ice block here because I know that my counter spell and my deep freeze is down. And he does use his teleport back up there, so I'm kind of just relaxing because I know how far behind he is. And he actually tries to get out of combat here to maybe get a soul harvest off, and that's not that big of a deal. He does try and go and dot the pet up, and he silences me, but it doesn't matter because he's so dead that I am able to finish him off with an Ice Lance. I'm going to go ahead and play the winning clip one more time in full speed just so you can go ahead and see it, but I'm not going to commentate over it. I'm just going to play music, and I hope you enjoy this clip. you guys enjoyed this video of how to beat a Warlock as a Frost Mage, and if you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel to be ready for the next tutorials that come out, which are Frost and Fire Mage tutorials. And, as always, if you get this video to 1500 likes, I will do another class versus class tutorial, which will be Mage versus X. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Cartoonz out.